there, bubbies. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. So, as always, I have absolutely no idea what is in this box right here that we are looking at, but I need to haul all those books out so that I can grade them so that they can be sold on eBay. The seller name is .com Comics. And so let's not waste any time. Let us get right to it. I will pull out the first stack, and we'll see what we've got to look at, what stories we have to tell. Well, right out of the gate, some fairly common stuff. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, 1 and 3. There's the famous Berserker Rage issue of Uncanny X-Men. Looks like this is a British issue, United Kingdom, 12 pence. This is an early direct sales copy. You can see here with the diamond price and the bar through the UPC code. Number 123 with Arcade. Number 124 with Colossus as the Proletariat. Number 112. And as I recall, I don't know if it's this issue or not, but Wolverine kind of evolved slowly. And up until this point, I don't think it was really clear that his entire skeleton was made out of adamantium. And I think this is the issue where that became clear, where that was explicitly stated. Maybe not. I'll have to look it up. And I'll leave a note on the screen there below to let you know where that was first sort of decided. Because at first it wasn't even really clear that the claws were actually part of him, that they weren't, something in the glove. I mean, that's how little we knew about Wolverine for his first several appearances. It really took a while for that whole thing to kind of gel. And really, they resisted telling too much about his backstory for a long time, and I almost think they never should have done the origin story. It was much better, I think, when that just sort of rattled around in the heads of the fans, their own private headcanon, whatever they thought he might have been in past or previous lives before he popped up as Weapon X. But I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments. Should they have done the origin as they did of Wolverine? Do you wish his origin had been something else? Or do you, like me, think that they should have just left it all kind of a mystery? Here's some other early issues. Here's Dazzler, number 130. 131, The White Queen. 132, 134. These bags are icky. I mean, you can't tell on the video, but just feeling them, they're very grimy. Well, not grimy as in slime, but just as in they feel, they're very weathered. Let's put it that way. Maybe you can almost even see it a little bit here. I don't know. There's the Death issue. You could win a Toys R Us shopping spree. And, of course, I live here in Maine, as you know, if you've seen previous videos. And at this point, we do not have a Toys R Us anywhere in Maine. So this win a Toys R Us shopping spree was like, what the hell is this Toys R Us thing? I wondered at the time. And I would have been probably about 13 when this came out. Maybe getting on close to 14. So I was still young enough that I would have accepted a Toys R Us shopping spree had one been offered to me, even if I had to cross several state lines to get to a Toys R Us. There's a popular issue, 139 of X-Men. Here is Wendigo, number 140. The second part of the famous Days of Future Past story, and we've had this discussion in past videos as well, but always amazes me that was just a two-issue story, whereas today, I mean, that would take, Christ, 15, 18 issues to tell. This, I think, is the first Frogman. Can't remember. This is tied for the second appearance of the black suit. There is the first appearance of the black suit. The last box we saw a newsstand version. This is the direct sales version. An early Spider-Man, 55, 56. There's Wolverine number 1, volume 2, number 1. And I've told you in past videos, you always want to be careful. Check this book out. Check the back cover. Boy, that bag's gross too. And see, now you can see here, maybe, I hope, the light isn't too bad. The glare isn't too bad. You can see the fingerprints there on the front cover. Back cover's not too bad, but this is what you always want to check, because you always get fingerprints and other ickiness there. Here's issue 2 from the first 4-issue series. Another number 2. It's a nice looking number 3. This one's usually hard to get in high grade because of the black cover. Every little tick mark on the spine will show. So that's kind of a harder one to get in high grade. And here you can see newsstand versus direct sales. So all things being equal, this one should bring a little bit of a premium. Here's number 4. And you know, I have said before regarding the Beast and his blue fur that really he shouldn't be blue in the movies. The blue is just a coloring convention because you can't color it gray or even black, because it'll just end up looking like just a blob of massy, mucky nothing on the newsprint. So they always use blue as like a coloring highlight, and this is a good example. Now, you would not for a second think that Wolverine's hair is actually blue, and they didn't try to make it blue in the movies, although they made a fair attempt at doing this hairstyle. But yeah, so the Beast shouldn't be blue in the movies. He's not actually blue. This was part of a classic storyline, and I am surprised that this was not more closely adapted for the WandaVision series. But this is the kind of the origin of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, the classic tale of Wundagore Mountain. Here's more of that, and this was really the first indication of Scarlet Witch going a little cuckoo nuts, which she would do to a greater extent as time went on. It's a nice Bronze Age issue of Submariner. An early Venom, number 2. We always see number 1, but we don't usually do number 2 and 3 here as singles, but I guess we're going to try it out. My job's to throw a grade on it, not to reason why. Although sometimes I do. Sometimes I will reject things where I'm like, yeah, no, that's not a good single. We're not going to get at least $10 for that on eBay. Here's number 4. And I do question if these other issues of Venom will bring $10. Here's one that does well, that mystifies me because it's considered an iconic cover, but I just don't think it's that great. People love it, and I mean, if you love it, buy it. Absolutely. Pay what you think it's worth. But I wouldn't pay 50, 60, 80, $100 for that, as some people will. Here's this was not my first issue of Fantastic Four personally, but it was one of my first back issues. I think I came in around 176, which was an appearance of the Impossible Man. But I remember having this one as a kid, and I don't know where I got it, but I would have got it somewhere as a hand-me-down or a back issue or something. And I remember just being kind of a little freaked out by Annihilus. He's definitely the stuff of nightmares. Luke Cage Hero for Hire. Here's another number 2. We saw a couple of number 2s in the last box. Ghost Rider number 1. Now, I don't know if that's going to go to $10. That's fairly common. Maybe. Star Wars is starting to come back. For a while there, a lot of people were hating on Star Wars. This is, well, maybe it's just the way it's drawn. It almost looks like he's got a Muppet face, doesn't it? I mean, there's like the line of his mouth. It does. He looks like a Muppet here. Wow. Not very menacing at all. But anyway, Star Wars is starting to come back. It was a hard sell there for a little while, especially the stuff up in these numbers, except for a few key issues. But it's starting to come back. Now, I don't know if these are going to be $10 issues. I probably, if it had been me doing the initial sort, I would have sent some of these to multi-book lots. But we'll see how they do. It's always good to test the market anyway, even if you... Now, this one I don't think. The John Byrne, maybe it's because it's been collected so often, but even though it's absolutely spectacular and classic, the John Byrne era of Fantastic Four really doesn't sell that well as singles. And you can see the color is faded here. I'll give that a think when I pull it out of the bag and do my actual grading. Right now, I'm just kind of showing you what I've got to work with today, but I might relegate that one to a multi-book lot. This one, and I'm laughing because this was West Coast Avengers, this series, up until the WandaVision Netflix show broke. Every issue of West Coast Avengers, including this one, was in our dollar bins for the retail store here in Freeport, Maine. .com Comics is the name of that as well. And I do know some people that pulled some copies of this out of our dollar boxes and are now very, very happy with their purchases. But now this one does much better since WandaVision. And it'll be interesting. They kind of left that whole White Vision thing up in the air. Now, what the hell is this one? Okay, I'm going to have to look that up. No Man's Land, number 570. I would have put that right in a multi-book lot. I don't know what... But things are going crazy lately. Like, people are like harping on Go Collect and all that and citing this and that as a key book in a hot book. And I'm like, okay, but, on eBay, Go Collect might tell you that's a $50 book, but on eBay, it's going to bring like $5, So I think the market is heading for a correction. Things have climbed too far, too high, too fast. I think partly driven by COVID and people being cooped up and wanting to spend their extra money, whether it was the relief checks or the extra unemployment, and not being able to get out. And then also because people are investing, they're trying to they see bad things coming for the currency, and so art and collectibles are always a safe hedge when you're trying to get your money out of stocks, out of cash. It's a good place to park value for a while. So the market's gone way crazy. This in 9.8, it's just nuts. Hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. But anyway, I don't know why we would expect at least $10 for that one. I'll have to check it out. Spawn number 1, got a few of those in every box, and that's a dependable seller, $15-20 every time. Here's a couple different versions of Batman 400, direct sales and newsstand. And I think this has a Stephen King forward. Early Doomsday appearance. Another Doomsday. This is Sandman number 20. I'm not sure why that one stands out. Or 22. I'll have to check it out. Rom, Space Knight. I love Rom. I'd love to have the actual toy of Rom. This one has taken off recently. Now, this is something that would be worth selling as a single, as long as it's like a 6, 6.5, 7 or above. But this one has taken off recently because it is the first appearance of Tim Fox, who's kind of the Batman now. And it is also purported to be the first date or the first kiss between Catwoman. Oh, there it is. So that's the actual... Now, I don't know if this is true. I haven't verified this myself, but I've heard people say that that's the first kiss between Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle, Batman and Catwoman. So there it is. But also it's the first appearance of Tim Fox, who later becomes Batman. We saw this book in the last box, Weird Western Tales 13. That's like the 4th appearance of Jonah Hex. Here's some early X-Men action for you. Number 25, 55. Now this is nice. This is Iron Man versus Captain America, and then with the following issue, this would become a compendium book, a shared book, a split feature book, however you want to say it, where Captain America and Iron Man would each have a feature. Up until this point, Iron Man was the lead, and then the backup was usually some random sci-fi mystery story. So, there you go. Silver Surfer number 7. Ooh. See, now this one, I'm going to pull this one out. Silver Surfer does not do well enough that I think we should sell something this low, of this low grade, as a single. So that's definitely, I'm going to pull that one out when I sit down to work. Submariner number 12. Showcase presents Cave Carson, Adventures Inside Earth. Cave Carson has an electronic eye, or cybernetic eye, something. Forget what that recent series was. That's number 52. I don't think that's the first Cave Carson. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. We saw number 1 in the last box. Here is Hawkman number 26. 2 of them. Here's some Go-Go Check action. What number is that? Number 15. And here's Daredevil. Stiltman. This one's a little rough, but it's probably still worth selling as a single. I mean, all you got to do is fold that back, and it's suddenly not quite as bad. 55, 56, 21, 24 with Kazar, 31. There's a photo cover with the Statue of Liberty. And there's somebody trying to be Steranko, I think, with the Black Panther. Now moving on to Fantastic Four, number 91. Ooh! Ooh! And see now, well, there's the rest of the cover for you. I don't think that one's worth selling as a single either. Here's number 54. 55, that definitely is, even with some spine wear. Batman, somebody has traced the title here. Little hooligan, little hellion. And their dog took a bite out of the book. That's not cool. Avengers number 22. Got a spine roll here on number 67. Oh, let's see here. 68. Vision's having a bad day. The Lethal Legion. The Lethal Legion. And there's the first king-size special issue of Marvel Superheroes, which was a reprint title through most of its run. Well, you know what? I think we're going to call it there, for time. We don't want these videos to drag on too long. Don't want to test your patience. But please do come back tomorrow when we will finish off this box, see what else we have in here, what 4-color splendor awaits. And until then, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.